it's Kate of Colorblind Cross Stitch. Today is October 8th, and I think my person is still grinning at me. He's shaking his head madly. So yes, it's Kate here, and my person is also here because he's still living on my floor, because that's a thing that's happening. But I am here to show you cross-stitchy wonderfulness, so let's get to it. First off, as always, I have this tall ship, which I've been working on for about the last month and a half. I mean, I started it earlier, but then I was working on other things. But yes, so this is the same thing I've been doing for a while, which will be a Christmas present if I get it done by Christmas. Hopefully. I actually didn't do too much on it, I don't think, since you saw it last. So that's that. I think we have a little more sail, a little more masts, a little more, we actually have some water, some like white foam. I'm pretty sure that was new.
Oh, no, look up.
Okay. Oh, you're gonna knock into the computer, Chris. So there you are. Cross-stitch tall ship as animated by my person, because he's helpful like that. As he nods emphatically from behind the camera. So, the other thing I have been doing this week that I have been stitching and finished, mind you, is so my friend Joy had her birthday this past weekend, and I have been working on a birthday card for her. Joy is the awesome person who made the picture in my outro that shows up at the end of my video, all my videos. That was Joy. She drew it for me because Joy is awesome. So I made her a card with a kitten, because who doesn't love kittens? Kittens are great. So that's a kitten. And then wrote inside it, I dabble at calligraphy. I'm not super great yet, but... And then I made her happy dangly things, because Joy always has something hanging from her phone. So we are going with a cat theme. This one's a bell. I think this one's my favorite. I found a store over the summer that sold a whole bunch of like beads and charms, and they also had these little cat bells, so I'm like, I need one of those, and I need to make Joy a thing with it because it dingles.
Is that when we went to Kingston?
Yeah, this is from the Minotaur in Kingston.
Cool.
All of the charms, and most of the beads too, except the tassel, because I made that myself. I, courtesy of YouTube, learned how to make tassels. So I made her dangly things for her phone, because Joy always has a dangly thing on her phone, so that she doesn't lose her phone. And then I made dangly things for myself while I was making dangly things. This one is the same as one that I did for Joy. For myself, because these will go on scissors and be scissor fobs for me, because who doesn't love pretty shiny things? Like, I've seen people with, like, scissor fobs, and I'm like, that's cool. I probably wouldn't actually, like, necessarily buy one, because that same money could go towards, you know, buying, like, new patterns or new floss for, like, doing actual projects. But I did, like I said, came across this store in Kingston which had these, like, beads and charms. Actually, this one, the turtle was from someone at the powwow in June. And so I strung them, and I will put them on scissors. I'm not sure which scissors are going to get which scissor fobs. I haven't decided yet. So I made some for me. I made some for my friend Joy. Joy's will not be scissor fobs because she doesn't stitch, unless she randomly decides to put them on scissors, because why not? When I made hers, I was thinking of her cell phone, because she always has something dangly on her phone, especially the bell. I feel like the cat bell is very Joy. So that is that. Charms and cards and cross stitching The other thing I did is, I haven't started it yet, but I did chart the pattern for the Moogle and the Chocobo for your towels, Chris.
What?
Yes.
Alright.
So I have to print them, but the patterns are ready to stitch. So that's what I think I'm gonna do next, is to stitch your towels. I've got to see if I have all the colors though.
Should.
I should, but I feel like when we made like the chart for the Tangible Good project, I think we must have changed the colors somehow so that like the Moogle is not very many colors in that. But like in this one, I think like the Moogle and the Chocobo are each like 20 colors or something.
Whoa.
Yeah, there's a lot of colors in there, so I might not have all of them. So I might have to see if I can blend a couple somehow to be colors that I do have. But I tend not to touch the colors when like the thing gives me colors, because I'm like, I don't know what colors they are necessarily. So I'm sure the Chocobo will be assorted shades of yellow, and the Moogles are like assorted shades of like gray and white and cream. But yes, so I have the colors, or sorry, I don't have the colors, but I have the patterns done. I just have to print them, and then I can do your towels. So they won't be done by your birthday, unfortunately, because that's like in 10 days. And I don't think I can get them done in 10 days. But you will have Chocobo Moogle hand towels. I'm also not sure how I'm going to finish them, because I'm assuming you will want to use them as towels and put them through the wash.
Probably.
And I need to make sure that my stitching will survive a washing machine. As like, I've none of my stitching, I've never put it through the washing machine before. So I've got to see if I can like put something on the back or something so that it like covers it so it won't get like caught and come unraveled in the wash.
Maybe someone can comment on how to do it.
Maybe, if someone knows how. If anyone knows how to finish off towels, that would be awesome, because I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do the backs of them yet. I feel like I need to put something on the back to secure it, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure what or how to do that. If I can just like sew a piece of fabric on, and if that would be good enough, or what, or how you go about doing that. I have to do some research. If someone knows and has like ideas, that would be awesome. All right, that's everything. So next time I see you, I'll have some Moogles and or Chocobos to show you, along with my tall ship that I keep working on, because Christmas is coming. The goose is getting fat. Please put a penny in the old man's hat. If you haven't got a penny, an halfpenny will do. If you haven't got an halfpenny, then God bless you. That was one of my mum's. When I was little, Mum had a nursery rhyme for everything. I don't remember most of them now, but every once in a while something reminds me of just one of these just random nursery rhymes that Mum had. I guess by the time she had me, I was number 3. She'd learned a lot of nursery rhymes, and just always had a nursery rhyme ready. There's your Christmas rhyme. And I will see you next time. Have a lovely week. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you like what you see and want to see more of it. And I will see you next week, or the week after. Bye!
Alright, this has to be like official.
Official Flosstube.
Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1, action.
You're not helpful.
But I'm helping.
You tried.
You're a star.
I want to be a star on Broadway. Something. I don't remember it. There was, when I was in like grade 5 or something, there was this play that like the entire like grade 4, 5, 6 classes put on. It was like a musical because our choir teacher was retiring and she really wanted to do this big musical thing. It's one of those things that I'm sure you'd never do now, because basically we didn't do anything in the afternoon for like 2 or 3 months except practice this play.
Like after school?
No, like during school.
Oh.
Like it was during school time, and we did this play, and it was all about like Broadway company, and that was, my character was like Irma Dillsaver from like bumfuck nowhere, Texas. I'm sure it wasn't actually called bumfuck nowhere in grade 5, but something like that. And she'd come all the way to Broadway to be a star, and so that was like, I had a solo. Apparently I made Mom cry because she had no idea. until I like came out on stage and started singing.
Oh, what did you sing?
I want to be a star on Broadway. Let something shining bright. Be a star on Broadway. A new show every night.
That was your thing?
It was a whole song. That's all I remember. Look, this was when I was 10. Okay, that's like 23 years ago.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
No, it's very good.
Yeah. So this is why occasionally John will call me Irma Dillsaver. That's where it comes from. Is this play? I think my brother had a song too. He was like the director or something. I feel like he had a song or part of a song.
Basically, the students were like their own little personal like theater group.
Well, it was a play about being. It was like a musical about being a like Broadway theater group. So, his like role in the play was like director of something, like the director of the theater group. And then I was this Irma Dillsaver who had come from, tiny, like bumfuck nowhere, Texas, or like small town Alabama or something. I don't remember exactly, but she was like, had come to New York to be a star on Broadway. I think in the end she ended up getting the part, because like the person who was the actual star like got sick or something.
Did you write it?
The song?
Yeah, the teacher.
I don't think so. I don't know who wrote it. I was 10 years old at the time. I didn't pay attention to that. But yeah, she was our old like choir teacher. She really wanted to do this thing, so it was this big performance, and we had like our own we had sets and things, and it was pretty big. So yes, that was Irma Dillsaver. I'm gonna be a star on Broadway.
What does that have to do with cross-stitching?
Nothing at all. Nothing at all. You just distracted me because you told me that I was going to be a star, and I started singing, and then I had to explain.
Bonus content.
Hell yes.